Jadon was on his performance on the training. We didn't select him.
Everything could have been resolved by an apology, but egos came into play. Please consider subscribing to the channel and like the video, it helps me out more than you think. Without further ado, let's dive into the battle of egos. Erik Tenhag wanted a public apology from Jadon Sancho as a precondition for returning to the first team. Manchester United management was behind Erik Tenhag and Jadon Sancho was not ready to apologize, which left him two options: continue training with the academy or leave Man United, and he chose the latter. That's the battle as of today, but what led to the battle? It all started before the Arsenal defeat on September 3rd. In the practice session, Sancho was asked to replicate the opposition style of play against the starting 11 Tenhag had selected. As usual under Erik Tenhag, those on the bench or not selected at all were obliged to mimic what Man United would be facing in a practice game. Obviously Sancho knew he would not be starting at the Emirates, and in Tenhag's eyes, he failed to commit to the drill as expected. The pair had words. There was an issue over Sancho's pressing, which Tenhag attempted to clarify when the two met. Sancho disagreed with Tenhag's view, a point he had already made in a more public setting. And this was the first scuffle the two protagonists had. And managers in all sports look weak when players disagree with their tactics publicly. We all remember what happened when Kepa Arrizabalaga refused to be substituted by Chelsea manager Maurizio Sarri in the Carabao Cup. The manager was later fired because he wasn't in control of his players.
You've got to come off. This is a complete lack of respect for the manager. I feel so bad watching it. The more I watch it, the more uneasy I am with it, because I've never seen it before. Once that comes up, and obviously, and even Pablo made the point, you're bringing on a goalkeeper that's brilliant at penalty shootouts. I mean, to pardon the pun, he's done his keeper, he's done Sarri up like a Kepa.
The second scuffle happened after the loss at Arsenal. Tenhag had said of Sancho, on his performance in training, "We didn't select him. You have to reach the level every day at Manchester United." Sancho snapped back later that evening on social media, writing that any suggestions his training was not up to standard were completely untrue. He claimed he had been made a scapegoat for a long time. Such a direct response was viewed within Manchester United as Sancho calling Tenhag a liar, and the only solution for that would be deleting the post, which happened, and an apology, which did not. The details of how close Sancho came to saying sorry are disputed by both sides, but on that Monday after the video session and in the 72 hours that followed, there were talks around exactly how the player could provide contrition or seek forgiveness. Jadon Sancho felt he did nothing wrong, so there was never an apology. United then released a statement on September 14 saying Sancho would be training away from the first team for the foreseeable future. What followed was severe punishment. Sancho was not allowed in the senior facilities, so Sancho parked his car near the academy building and got ready there before going out to adjacent pitches. While changing into training gear, Sancho had to lock himself inside the academy dressing room owing to safeguarding directives, ensuring he does not inadvertently mix with any underage players. He was also prohibited from using the first-team canteen. Instead, his food was brought to him in a lunchbox across the walkway. There are also some United staff members who believe Sancho could have been handled differently, saying he responds to warmer management, and they feel private cajoling and encouragement may have kept him onside, although they accept they are not the ones in Tenhag's position. But people in the club hierarchy insist Tenhag had tried everything to get Sancho firing, giving him a 3-month break from the club last season by organizing training away from United Glare at Dutch amateur side OJC Rosmalen. Tenhag believed the ball was in Sancho's court. The player had to apologize personally, and accept that United can publicize that apology, and also work hard to get his place back. Otherwise, there will be no return. Tenhag is determined to exert his authority on a club that has experienced problems over discipline. Relenting now would, he feels, diminish the respect he holds. Jadon Sancho and Erik Tenhag will meet again at the end of the season after loan expires at Dortmund, and considering Dortmund is not capable of paying Sancho even half of what he gets weekly at United, Jadon Sancho will have to apologize or take a pay cut to stay at Dortmund or move to another club in summer unless Tenhag is fired by Sir Jim Ratcliffe, which is highly unlikely. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more all-around sports analysis.